Ali ibn al-Abbas al-Majuzi, Wikipedia audio. Ali ibn al-Abbas al-Majuzi, also known as Masudi, or Latinized as Hali Abbas, was a Persian physician and psychologist most famous for the Kitab al-Maliki or Complete Book of the Medical Art, his textbook on medicine and psychology. He was born in Ahwaz, southwestern Persia, and studied under Sheikh Abu Mar Musa ibn Sa'ur. He was considered one of the three greatest physicians of the Eastern Caliphate of his time, and became physician to Amir Adud al-Dawla Fana Khusrav of the Buwayhid dynasty, who ruled from 949 CE to 983 CE. The Amir was a great patron of medicine, and founded a hospital at Shiraz in Persia, and in 981 the Al-Adudi Hospital in Baghdad, where al-Majuzi worked. His ancestors were Zoroastrian, but he himself was a Muslim. The name of his father was Abbas, and according to Iranica, is not the kind of name typically taken by a neophyte, a fact which suggests that conversion to Islam took place in the generation of his grandparents, if not earlier. He himself seems to have been lacking in Muslim zeal, since no mention is made of the Prophet Muhammad in his introductory remarks, while his argument for the excellence of medicine is based entirely on pragmatic reasoning without recourse to the Quran or the Sunnah. Moreover, by calling himself Ali b. Abbas Majuzi, the author intentionally calls attention to his Zoroastrian background. Al-Majuzi is best known for his Kitab Kamil Ayana, later called The Complete Art of Medicine, which he completed circa 980. He dedicated the work to the Amir, and it became known as the Kitab al-Malaki. The book is a more systematic and concise encyclopedia than Razi's Hawi, and more practical than Avicenna's The Canon of Medicine, by which it was superseded. Biography. The Maliki is divided into 20 discourses, of which the first 10 deal with theory and the second 10 with the practice of medicine. Some examples of topics covered are dietetics and materia medica, a rudimentary conception of the capillary system, interesting clinical observations, and proof of the motions of the womb during parturition. In Europe, a partial Latin translation was adapted as the Liber Panteni by Constantinus Africanus, which became a founding text of the Schola Medica Salernitana in Salerno. A complete and much better translation was made in 1127 by Stephen of Antioch, and this was printed in Venice in 1492 and 1523. Halley's Book of Medicine is cited in Chaucer's Canterbury Tales. The work emphasized the need for a healthy relationship between doctors and patients, and the importance of medical ethics. It also provided details on a scientific methodology that is similar to modern biomedical research. Neuroscience and psychology were discussed in The Complete Art of Medicine. He described the neuroanatomy, neurobiology, and neurophysiology of the brain and first discussed various mental disorders, including sleeping sickness, memory loss, hypochondriasis, coma, hot and cold meningitis, vertigo, epilepsy, love sickness, and hemiplegia. He placed more emphasis on preserving health through diet and natural healing than he did on medication or drugs, which he considered a last resort. Ali ibn Abbas al-Majuzi was a pioneer in psychophysiology and psychosomatic medicine. He described how the physiological and psychological aspects of a patient can have an effect on one another in his complete book of the medical art. He found a correlation between patients who were physically and mentally healthy and those who were physically and mentally unhealthy, and concluded that joy and contentment can bring a better living status to many who would otherwise be sick and miserable due to unnecessary sadness, fear, worry and anxiety. Hamarna, Sami. Al-Mahz, Abu Elasan al-Ibn Ibs. Complete Dictionary of Scientific Biography. Encyclopedia.com. External link in equals. The Complete Art of Medicine. Medical Ethics and Research Methodology. Neuroscience and Psychology. Psychophysiology and Psychosomatic Medicine. Sources.